Hello everyone. Uh, Thank you for listening my presentation. Uh, the next paper this is has a title expert system for determining welding wire specification using knife-based classifier. So the idea for this implementation with some of my students such as Didin Silahudin and Leonel Leslie Hennis Pitwanas and me as well. Uh, we try to using the naive-based classifier. This is the machine learning algorithm where if you already know that naive-based algorithm, this is just only they try to look at what become the hypothesis and the criteria that they try to find out. And then they try to make the hypothesis. At the next page, we try to explain the equation of the naive-based classifier. And if you know about the classifier, we try to make the classifications, yeah, which one the best suitable of the optioning, try to find the, the best options, yeah, based on the selection of the classification. So why they call it the knife-based classifier. So in this case, we call it the expert system, yeah, because some other research they call the decision support system as well, so, yeah, because this is the expert system. They also help the decision making when try to find out which one the best suitable based on the regarding of the equation that they use or regarding with the formula that they try to use and then they try to implement. But in this case, we try to use the knife-based classifier algorithm in order to try to choose the welding wire specifications. Yeah. So this is the become a problem in the technical engineer when they try to make the welding process. Yeah, we try to make the welding activity. So it's just not very easy try to find what become, it is easy for people that they already have knowledge for that, yeah, because they are already having skill, they have already working for 10 years or 20 years. This is very easy for them try to find between which one the best welding wire in order to try to look at what the purpose of the welding activity. So in this case, this is a problem for a new beginning for the people that will try to join with the welding activities such as like that. So in order this, we try to collect all the knowledge they come from the skill engineer that already know about how to choose the best welding wire. So why we call it, this is the expert system. Yeah. And this is the introduction here. If you look at the welding activity, this is the examples here. So why we call the sheet metal arc welding. Yeah. So this is something that the children that they will use when the New Year's. Yeah, they're using the fireworks, something like that. There's some scripts of the the fireworks here. That's very simple. So this is the welding wires, such like that. But if you look at the welding wire, yeah, there's a five type of the welding, yeah. So like I said, there are many types of even for the brands, yeah. There's a lot of choice, Like I said, this is become a problem for the newcomers of the engineer when they try to do the selection which one the best welding wire and the knowledge how to understand which one the best welding wire because there's only because the times here they already do by time here they have experience for 10 or more than 20 years perhaps, yeah, then they become a knowledge for them, they can understand recognize which one the brands that for each are suitable activity for the welding activity, yeah. So this is the problem where the engineer lack of equalization confidence, particularly for the beginner here. We want to evaluate the selected welding wire for specific welding working purpose. So this is the problem for the beginners here. And also for the owner as well, when they try to look at which one the best uh, brands for the each of welding activity. If we look at, there are 5 types of the welding here. They call it GTAW, or this is called gas tungsten arc welding. So this is the type that the welding using the gas. Yeah. And then we have FCAW, flux core arc weldings. Yeah. So this has become flux. This is the same as well with the wire as well. So yeah, cord. Yeah. And then we have FMAW, gas metal arc welding. So this is the same, almost the same with the gas GTAW as well. But this is, they have tried to different. They have a different type how to do it, the welding process. Yeah. And then we have SMAW, shield metal arc welding. Yeah. So this is the same like a flux as well. Yeah. And then we have SAW, yeah, submerged arc welding. So if you look at it, there are two type with the using the gas and non-gas. They have FCAW, SMAW, and SAW. So this is the idea of the knife-based classifiers. Yeah. If you look at it, like I said, H is a data of unknown classes. Yeah. And H is a hypothesis data is a specific class. Yeah. So this is the formula, the knife-based classifier, where we try to look at the probability between hypothesis and the data, and then they try to give the adding for the opponents of the probability, yeah, with hypothesis and data, or plus data divided with the hypothesis, and uh, the adding for the each probability will be divided with the probability of the data with as the unknown class. Yeah. So if we look at here, the pH divided x, yeah, probability of x hypothesis based on x condition and recognized as posterior probability. So this is the posterior probability, and pH as probability x hypothesis and recognized as a prior probability. So pH as a prior probability, and then px divided h, yeah. So this is become the opposite of the posterior probability here, yeah. So this is the probability of x condition based on x hypothesis, yeah. And then we have px as probability of x conditions, yeah. So this is the idea of knife-based classifier, yeah. And then we have the equation here, p a v and c plus mp, and then n plus m, yeah, where n c as a number of data learning, and v fafg, a as a ag, p is equal with 1 divided with some different classes. So we can look at how many classes that they belong to the to do it the classification. M as a several attribute in the data learning, and of course this become the several attribute is become the columns, yeah, the number of the columns, and N has become a several tuple in data learning, so it has become a row, yeah. After we know what the database classifier, the algorithm, we should also know about the, we already know that we have to make it the table here, yeah. We try to make the classification because like I said, there are 5 types, yeah, for the each of the welding wire, yeah. So we have the numberization as H1, H2 until H5, yeah. So we try to give the pros code become P1 until P2, P3 until P5, yeah. So they try to recognize H1 or P1 as GTA way, yeah, as a gas, yeah, and etc. or H5, P5 as SAW, yeah. So this is the classification of the 5 types of welding wire. And then we move to the brands, yeah, how many brands that they belong to each of them. So let's say there's a lot of brands here. For example, DWZ100, CHT700. So this is all the brands, yeah, for each welding wire, and we try to connect because they have the similarity for the each brand. So we try to make the coding here. They are become B1s, yeah. For example, US 49, G80, US 39, G55. It is became brand called 84. Beyond these brands, there's a lot of brand as well. Yeah, but this is we try to make these tables, yeah, because based on the our communication with the expert engineers, yeah, because they are already expert, they already experience for 10 more than 10 20 years, yeah, about which one the brands, and they try to mix the categories here, where some of the brands they have similarity. Yeah. For example, the B1 they have a similarity for four brands, yeah. And then if you look at the brand code B20, just only one brand here. So this is just only based the conversation, the FGD with the expert engineer, yeah, because they already have more than 10 years experience, yeah. And then after that, we try to make the rule base, yeah. So the rule based system, this is RBS, yeah. We try to make the rule if the condition for the rule R1, yeah, if the condition they have B3, B8, B12, B17, B18, so we can write as a P1, yeah. So the same as well with the table 2, table 3, this is because of our conversation with the uh, expert engineer, yeah, how to find out which one the category for this activity. If you look at here, for example, here, yeah, if we want to using the process of GTAW or the become the number X1 or the process code P1, yeah. So we just only using the some brain code with the B3, B8, B12, B17, yeah. Or, but if you look at it, there's a second line as well. They are the same, but they have a different brand as well. So this is the combination for it's using the uh, parts of the activity when we try to you do the welding wire in the GTAW conditions, yeah. So we can choose between which one the suitable condition here, but most of them we can look at they have repeating, yeah, but not for the P3 and P5, yeah, but this is the optional for them. And then based on the rule base here, we try to apply the knife-based classifier, and then we try to make a ranking. So at the end of the day, we got the table 4, yeah, because this is become by implementing the knife-based classifier, we got the score, yeah, the high score value for research classification. So based on the classification, we got the GTAW as highest score, yeah, where the P score we got the 0.1773. So this is the best highest score that we can use. It means that in the process of GTAW process, we all of the activity in the welding wire specification having a good uh, results of the GTAW using the GTAW activity in the process of welding wire. Yeah, and if you look at the other, they all have the same scores. Yeah. So based on this is the our use case diagram when we try to make the application how to counting the welding wire using the knife-based classifier. We use the registration, of course. Before the people using the application, they have to do the registration. They have choose the criteria and then see the best process, and they also see the diagnosis result. They can load code, and then before using this application, they should log in first. Yeah. And this is the user interface for the implementation. For the warm registration, the people before using this application, they should do the registration by entering their name, email, phone number, password, and confirm password. Yeah. But in this case, we try to make simple as possible because this is just only for the prototyping. Yeah. But And the next implementation, we try to mix, with the codes of the engineers, such as like that. Yeah. And then before they are using the application, they should do the enter the email and the password, and the system will try to connect with the database that they already saved based on the email and the password, and then they try to recognize if the person they available to enter the system. Yeah. Otherwise, it will be reject, or there's some requirement they if they forget for the login. Yeah. And this is the result of for the implementation. They should to do the base class application. Yeah, they can do the bias, or this is exit the application. They try to look at which one is suitable for them. Yeah, this is the, like I said, this is the formula that they can choose. Yeah, what I mean is the brands that they can choose which one suitable for them, and then based on that they try to run it the knife based classifier, and then at the end of the day they got the result something like this. Yeah, which one the criteria. Yeah, the criteria when they're using the optionals with, for example, the your core here and SSWVOC. Yeah, this is the brand that they use, and then they try to give the explanation here, and then at the end of the day we'll give the results of which one is suitable for using the welding wire. Okay, I think enough for this presentation. I hope our research will give the contribution for the society, people that think how choosing the welding wire using the knife based classifier. Thank you.